everybody, my name is Sarah Lean and I'm a Cloud Advocate at Microsoft. Azure Update Management is a product within the Azure suite that allows you to apply updates to your servers. So whether you have Windows machines or Linux machines, you can apply server patching to those machines using Azure Update Management, and it can take a lot of that heavy lifting away because it does the automation of it, so you don't have to sit there and apply those patches yourself. Now, I'm often asked if you can actually use Azure Update Management with non-Azure virtual machines, and the answer is yes. So what I want to do in this video is take you through the process of actually onboarding a Windows and a Linux server that are hosted within AWS. So let's dive into the video and take a look. In order to use Azure Update Management, you need to have an Azure Automation account set up, and you also have to have a Log Analytics workspace set up. Now in this example, I'm creating fresh Azure Automation accounts and a fresh Log Analytics workspace, but if you already have either of these set up, you can join the two together to make use of Azure Update Management. In order to use Azure Update Management with your servers, you need to install an agent. Now, there's a dedicated agent for your Windows servers and there's also a dedicated agent for your Linux servers. The agent actually is part of the Azure Log Analytics workspace, and in order to get that agent, you need to be within your Log Analytics workspace, and you can download it from there to then install on your servers. The process of installing this agent is fairly straightforward. With the Windows, you have the option of using a GUI interface, so you can walk through the install of that agent on the servers, or if you have multiple servers, you can actually script it using a scripting tool. With the Linux, we have a command line interface install with that, and you get the command that you need to issue on your Linux servers. So you can do it either manually, or again, you can script it for multiple servers. Now, as I'm only onboarding 3 servers, I'm doing 2 Windows servers and 1 Linux server, I'm actually going to do the install of the agents manually. So now that the agents are installed on my servers, we're starting to see some data being pushed into our Log Analytics workspace. What we want to do is head over into the Azure Update Management console and start to onboard these servers so that we can schedule the deployment of our patches. The first step is actually to tell Azure Update Management that we want to onboard these servers, that we want to enable them for management. Now that the servers are onboarded, we are going to create some deployment schedules. Now you have to have a deployment schedule for your Windows servers and then one separately for your Linux servers. You can manage these deployment schedules in multiple ways. So you can add in individual virtual machines or servers into these deployments, or you can add in groups of machines. And this allows you to be able to be a bit flexible with how you're managing your server patch deployments. So you can add servers that are living within your development environment only, or they are dealing with one application and one workload. Once you've done that and told it what servers you actually want to deploy, we can start to look at things like what classifications of updates that we want to deploy, which ones we don't want to deploy. We can even get granular and stop certain updates being applied to these servers. We've also got the schedule settings, and we have prescripts and postscripts that we can apply. So if there's certain tasks that you have to perform before updates are applied to these servers, and then afterwards, you can set that up to do all of that automation. And we also have the scheduled time for this deployment. And that's about how much time Azure Update Management has to deploy these patches. So if you only have a small, say 2-hour window when that server can be worked on for the maintenance, then you can say that, and it will stop Azure Update Management taking your server out for longer than the agreed maintenance window. Once the servers have ran a deployment run, you can actually have a look at the log files and interrogate what's happened. You can see the success or if there was any failures of patches being applied. And you can have a look at the logs and then take any remedial action that you might need to do in the future for these servers. I hope you can understand how easy this process is to onboard those non-Azure virtual machines and leverage Azure Update Management to apply your server patching. Thank you for tuning in, and please do like and subscribe to these videos if you want to see more content. Thank you!